Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss one of the most important reagent which is used in organic chemistry. So the reagent is called lithium aluminum hydride and it is used for the reduction of polar functionality in a molecule. And because of the diverse reducing nature of this molecule, this is one of the most useful reagent in the organic chemistry. And we are going to discuss general characteristics of this molecule and most importantly, application of this LiAlH4. So let's start. So if we study the general characteristics of this LiAlH4, then first thing which we have to remember is that this is of course a reducing agent and specifically it is a nucleophilic reducing agent because when we study the mechanism of this reduction of this LiLH4, then it could be easily understood that it is hydride ion which attacks first on the molecules. So because of the attack of that hydride ion, it is also known as nucleophilic reducing agent. All right. So one important thing which we have to also remember is that it reduces usually polar multiple bond having different electronegativity, because if you see here, then this is a carbon oxygen double bond and we know that the oxygen is more electronegative as compared to carbon. So polarity is there, and because of that polarity, this LAH can easily reduce this kind of functionality. All right. So as far as the structure is concerned, it is a tetrahedral arrangement of hydride around this central aluminum ion. And this aluminum, we can easily understand that the hybridization is sp3 hybridized. So this is the basic thing which we have to remember whenever we think of LAH. We should remember that it is a nucleophilic reducing agent and it reduces polar functionality and structure is tetrahedral. All right. So as far as the preparation is concerned, whenever we treat this lithium hydride with AlCl3, aluminum tricolide, we can get this LiAlH4. So the preparation is very easy. All right. So now we are coming to the properties. We will discuss three important properties of this lithium aluminum hydride. And of course, the first one is it is a white solid in appearance. It looks white solid, but generally whenever someone is dealing with LAH, they realize that the compound is not white at all. It is somewhat gray in color, and that grayness is because of the presence of some impurities in this reagent LiLH4. Because of those impurities, it appears gray. All right. The second important thing which we have to remember as a chemist, as a synthetic chemist, that whenever anyone is dealing with this LAH, we should avoid water or moisture. So whenever we are doing some reduction of functionality using this LiLH4, the reaction must be carried out in inert atmosphere, in dry atmosphere, having no moisture. If water is there, then this violent reaction takes place and hydrogen is eliminated. That can be easily understood. So it can be explosive, it can be a violent reaction in the presence of water. So always we have to avoid direct contact of water in the LiLH4. All right. So as far as the solubility of this reagent is concerned, then it has been found that it is highly soluble in diethyl ether. But generally we prefer to add THF despite low solubility of this reagent in THF, because when we use this ether reagent, diethyl ether, as a solvent, then it has been found that in the diethyl ether, the reagent, this LiLH4, can undergo spontaneous decomposition due to presence of some catalytic impurity. So due to that decomposition, it loses its catalytic power. Catalytic property is reduced somehow. So we prefer THF for the reduction purpose whenever we are dealing with this reagent. So now this is for the experimental purpose. If someone is dealing with the workup, reaction is complete, and now he or she want to quench up the reaction, then what they have to do is that first they have to keep the reaction in some ice bath so that the temperature of the system is lowered. And once the temperature is reduced, then we should add first ethyl acetate. Slowly we have to add, then we have to add methanol, and at last we should add water. we cannot add directly water because the reaction may be violent and that may harm the reaction vessel and even the person who is dealing with the workup of that reaction. All right. So this is the practical aspect of this LiELH4 which one has to remember. All right. So as far as the mechanism is concerned, I have already mentioned that it is a nucleophilic reducing agent, means hydride ion attacks first and then followed by the coordination, and of course it will depend upon the functionality which we will talk about in the coming slides. So as far as the order is concerned, then we can easily understood that the reactivity in case of aldehyde is highest as compared to ketone, and then ester, then amide, and then carboxylic acid. And the reason is obvious because the attacking species here is a nucleophilic reagent, and we know that the electrophilicity of carbonyl carbon is highest in case of aldehydes as compared to ketone. Of course, there is because of a plus I effect which dominates here, and this is some sort of lone pair donation, the resonance stabilization is here. So because of these factors, this is the reactivity order of lithium aluminum hydride with a different functionality. It reacts very fast with aldehyde as compared to ketone, and then ester, then amide, and then carboxylic acid. All right. So let's talk about the mechanism of reduction of this carbonyl compound first. So one thing which we know that after the reduction of this carbonyl, we get, of course, alcohol. If it is aldehyde, then we get primary alcohol. If it is ketone, then we get secondary alcohol. All right. So let's see the mechanism. We have this carbonyl compound. Of course, this is ketone. Two alkyl groups are here, so it is ketone. So what happened here is that at the first step, this hydride ion takes place. The attack of hydride takes place on the electrophilic carbon to generate this alkoxy trihydroxy. So see alkoxy trihydroaluminate ion, which is generated as the intermediate. And this intermediate can undergo reduction of two more carbonyl compound to give this tri-substituted compound. And after the hydrolysis, we can get this primary alcohol as a major product. So this is the reduction. It's a reduction process by which a carbonyl compound can be converted into corresponding alcohol. Attack of hydride and then followed by the formation of intermediates. Then after hydrolysis, we can get the product. All right. So if you talk about the reduction of ester, then of course this ester also give primary alcohol. And that is somewhat interesting because whenever we discuss the reduction of ester, then the first thing which is formed in the reaction is the intermediate, which is aldehyde. And that is interesting because once aldehyde is formed, then we know that after reduction of aldehyde, we get primary alcohol. So we should understand that how this aldehyde is formed. The first step is, of course, attack of this hydride on this carbonyl carbon to generate this carbanionic species, actually anionic species we should say, because this is just the electronic rearrangement of this pi bond shifted to oxygen. So we'll get this NS charge here, and we know that this alkoxy being good leaving group, it will be eliminated to generate this aldehyde. And once aldehyde is there, then rest of the mechanism is similar as we have discussed previously. Here it will attack and then alkoxide ion will be formed. It will further undergo reduction to generate this alcohol. So in case of ester, whenever we discuss the reduction of ester using this LAH, we should remember that the intermediate is aldehyde which is formed, and that will further undergo reduction with LAH to give the primary alcohol. All right. So this is the third important functionality which we are going to discuss now, the reduction of amides. And this is a little bit interesting and very different from the previous two, because here the first step is of course same, because the attack of hydride will take place on this electrophilic carbon to generate this OLI species. And we know that nitrogen, this nitrogen atom has it acting as a good donor atom, because the electronegativity of nitrogen is lesser as compared to oxygen, so it can easily donate its lone pair, and it will give rise to formation of iminium ion. So this is interesting, very interesting, because this is the first time we have seen that this is actually eliminated. OLI is getting eliminated. So after this, this attack of hydride takes place, and the formation of the substituted amide or amine, substituted amine takes place, not amide. And the fourth class of compound which we are going to discuss is the reduction of nitriles. So once we treat nitriles with this LAH, we get primary amine. That is obvious, but the mechanism is also very similar to as we have discussed previously. The attack of hydride takes place on this carbon because of the electronegativity difference between this carbon and nitrogen. Nitrogen being more electronegative, so bonds are partial polarized in this direction. So a hydride will attack here because this carbon will be electrophilic center here now. So we'll get this species, and after this second hydrogen atom will further undergo attack because again it can undergo electronic rearrangement to generate this species. After hydrolysis we can have the product which is primary amine. All right, so these are the four mechanisms we have discussed, and now we are going to discuss the general product which can be formed from the particular substrate. Like from aldehyde we are always getting primary alcohol, from carboxylic acid and ester we are always getting this primary alcohol, and from epoxide we are getting alcohol. All right, if it is lactone then diols, if it is amides and nitrile then we are always getting this primary amine, and if it is ketone then secondary amine. So these are the some general outcome. If we treat some particular functionality with this LAH, then these are the expected products that can be formed. All right, so one thing which I would like to also mention here, that whenever we treat this molar functionality with this carbonyl compound, like if it is, we know that this carbonyl can be reduced, this polar functionality can be reduced, and if we have carbon-carbon double bond which is there with the conjugation with this carbonyl, then that functionality can also undergo reduction because of the delocalization of this kind of electron. So we will have partial positive here and we'll have partial negative. So if conjugated compound is there and we are treating this conjugated alkene, then that alkene may also undergo reduction. But in case of isovalent or isolated alkene, that alkene generally do not undergo reduction if it is isolated. But if it is conjugated, then it will undergo reduction. All right. So now let's talk about the application of this LAH. So we know that if aldehyde is there, then we get primary alcohol. If ketone is there, then we can have this secondary alcohol. And if we have this isolated, this bond is isolated, this is not conjugated, so it will not reduce. And this is aldehyde, so we'll get the alcohol. So that is obvious. So here you can understand that here this double bond is conjugated with this carbonyl, then if we are adding excess LiAlH4, then it will undergo reduction. But if it is, we are adding with only one equivalent, then it will not hamper, it will not reduce this alkene double bond. All right, so that is the general, and that part was quite easy, but this is one of the important stereochemical aspect of this LiAlH4, that whenever we treat any cyclic compound, cyclic carbonyl compound, with LiAlH4, then attack usually takes place from the axial position. So once it takes place from the axial, then this OH prefer equatorial position. Means OH exists in equatorial position, and we know that from the nomenclature that if it is 1,4-diequatorial, then it is a trans. That is the nomenclature, transform of the cyclic compound. So this is the major product which is formed, and that is because of the nature of this OH, which prefer equatorial position. So that should be remembered, that whenever we are treating any carbonyl compound, cyclic carbonyl compound with LiH4, then it will attack on the axial side, and the resulting product will be the equatorial OH. All right, so that is actually important. And then next we are talking about the reduction of this carboxylic acid, acid halide, and ester. So you see, this is carboxylic acid, this is acid halide, and this is ester. And if we treat this with LAH, then we will get this primary alcohol here and here and here, in all these three cases. So whatever the substrate, we are getting the same product in these three cases, primary alcohol. Now if we talk about the amine, then we know that amide, it converts to amine. So that is obvious. We have already discussed this one. Nitrile can be converted into amine. We have also talked about it. So this is the fourth application we have discussed so far. Fifth one is if we have epoxide, and then in case of epoxide, if it is unsymmetrical, then we can have two sides. One is less hindered, one is more hindered. Suppose A is more hindered, B is less hindered. Then this hydride attacks from the less hindered position, and this ring will open. And accordingly, after protonation, we can have this alcohol. You have to remember this also. If it is lepton, then it will give diol, and as I mentioned that hydride attacks first here, so hydride will attack on this carbonyl carbon, and it will rise in this fashion. So once it will revert back, so this bond will be opened. So after protonation, we will get this diol. That is obvious. If it is haloalkane or haloalene, means haloalkane, or it is haloarine, then LiLH4 will give corresponding alkanes. So there are the 7 applications which we have discussed. Application of LAH. So these are some questions which is from the book, Carothers book, Carothers books of organic synthesis. So here we see this compound we are treating with LiLH4 in THF. Then this aldehyde will undergo reduction to give corresponding alcohol. We have carboxylic acid here, then it will also undergo reduction to give corresponding alcohol. And here you see, here we have ketonic group that will undergo reduction to give alkane. So these are the some example which is there in the book. So I think this is it from the LAH. So in summary, we have discussed the general characteristic, general property of this LAH. This is a nucleophilic solvent. Nucleophilic solvent means hydride is there, which attacks at the first step. And then it is a tetrahedral structure. We talked about it. It is tetrahedral sp3 structure. Then we have discussed the preparation. We treat this lithium hydride with AlCl3 to get this LiLH4. We talked about the property. We have discussed 3 properties. The first one is that the color of this compound LAH is generally white, but usually the color is not white because of the presence of some impurity. And the second characteristic which we talked about is that the moisture, we cannot use moisture, or we cannot treat some functionality in the presence of water because it will give explosive reaction and hydrogen is eliminated. And the third was generally we use non-polar solvent. We can use THF and ether, but preferentially we use THF as compared to ether because in the diethyl ether, due to presence of some catalytic impurity, LAH undergoes some spontaneous decomposition, so it loses its catalytic activity. So that's why THF is preferred over ether. So these are the 3 characteristics, 3 properties which we should know. As far as the mechanism is concerned, we have discussed that in case of carbonyl or ester or amide or nitrile, whatever the functionality, first step will be the transfer of hydride from LiLH4 to electrophilic carbonyl carbon, and then depending on the functionality, it can undergo different electronic rearrangement to give the different product in case of carbonyl, ester, amide, and nitrile. All right, so we talked about the application. Carbonyls can be converted into alcohol. If it is aldehyde, then it can be converted into primary alcohol. If it is ketone, then secondary alcohol. If it is carboxylic acid, then primary alcohol. If it is amide and nitrile, then it gives amines. If it is epoxide, then it gives alcohol. And one thing which we should remember, that the attack takes place from less hindered position. That is obvious. Because of the less steric crowding. And if it is lactone, then we get diols. If it is haloalkane or haloalkene, then we get corresponding alkanes. So these are the 7 applications we have discussed. So I think the lecture will help you to learn about some of the important characteristics of this lithium aluminum hydride and important application. Next, we will talk about sodium borohydride, and we also discuss the comparison of sodium borohydride with lithium borohydride. What are the basic difference between these 2 reducing agents, and which one is best and why? Okay, so I hope the lecture will help you to learn about this particular region today, LAH. Thanks for watching. Thank you.